Accessibility throughout the software development lifecycle. During every phase of the software development lifecycle, the SDLC, various accessibility issues will surely arise. Whether during requirements gathering, during design or development, or testing and deployment, accessibility issues should be mitigated and resolved with the same level of concern as any other software defect. The following are some of the common accessibility issues associated with each phase of the SDLC. Requirements gathering entails identifying relevant stakeholders, establishing project goals and objectives, eliciting requirements from stakeholders, and then documenting and prioritizing requirements. Accessibility issues arise when there is a lack of accessibility requirements in project scope, an inadequate understanding of accessibility guidelines and standards, such as the W3C's Web Content Accessibility Guidelines or the Section 508 standard by stakeholders, or failure to involve users with disabilities during requirements gathering. Like other software practices, implementing the notion of shift left with accessibility requirements is beneficial for everyone. The design phase entails defining the technical details of a software product. These details can include screen designs, databases, sketches, system interfaces, and prototypes. Common accessibility issues include insufficient color contrast between foreground and background screen elements, inaccessible or non-standard navigation structures, and lack of a proper HTML heading hierarchy for content organization. An inadequate provision for resizable text or zoom functionality, and an absence of alternative text for non-text elements like images are also common problems. Stakeholders use these technical details to make final product design choices, so understanding fundamental accessibility principles will help to reduce poor design choices. The development phase is when the developers actually write the code and build the application according to previous design documents and detailed specifications. Accessibility issues creep into web applications with improper use of HTML tags and semantic elements, lack of proper focus management and visual indicators, and inaccessible forms without proper labels or instructions. Failure to provide keyboard accessibility for all interactive elements is a common issue, since many people with disabilities do not use a mouse or touch screen. As with any software application, insufficient error handling and validation for form inputs is problematic for accessibility. Software testing is the process of evaluating and verifying that a software product does what it is supposed to do. Accessibility issues are likely when there is limited or no testing conducted with assistive technologies such as screen readers, or if there is an inadequate focus on accessibility testing and evaluation entirely. Failure to test across various devices, platforms, and browsers, and the lack of user testing involving individuals with disabilities often contribute to accessibility issues. Fortunately, there are numerous accessibility evaluation tools available on the market, and some development environments have accessibility testing built in. Software deployment entails all of the activities that make a software system available for use. Accessibility may be hindered by inappropriate configuration of web servers or content delivery networks, which may also cause performance issues, failure to provide accessible documentation or user guides, or lack of proper version control and maintenance, resulting in inaccessible updates or changes. Identifying accessibility issues at this point costs time and resources, but like other software defects found during deployment, they must be resolved. Many possible accessibility issues can arise during the software development lifecycle. These issues can vary depending on the nature of the software, the target audience, and specific accessibility standards being followed. To ensure accessibility, It's recommended to incorporate accessibility throughout the entire SDLC, involve users with disabilities during the design and testing phases, and to stay up to date with accessibility guidelines and standards. I hope you have found this information helpful.